Hi guys, Ari here from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel. I am beyond thrilled to announce that here in Wales, where I live, the sun, that big ball of fire in the sky, has decided to make an appearance. It's about blinking time. Where have you been? Now we just want you to stick around for a bit longer. But what does that mean? Realistically, it means it's time to do a little bit of a wardrobe switch around. Now I like to do this, if you've been here on my channel for a while, at least twice a year. So we do summer to winter switch over, and now we're going to do winter to summer. Now realistically, we know it's not going to be absolutely boiling, so we're going to have to keep a little bit of, slightly long sleeved-ish stuff out just for this interim period while we are transitioning. But quite frankly, I'm just thrilled it's not absolutely weighing down with rain, with bleak grey skies, and just any sun is enough to make me happy. So during these wardrobe switchovers, I also like to do a big old sort out and declutter, because it's just a good opportunity to do that. I know some people are like, why don't you just leave all the clothes in the wardrobe? First of all, it creates more space. So we have got limited storage space, and by having the off-season stuff away, it means that there is more space for the stuff that you're currently using. It also means when you're choosing clothes, there's less decision fatigue, because there's only stuff that's kind of appropriate that's in front of you, so it's easier to pick the stuff you're going to want to wear. And like I said, it just really gives you this opportunity twice a year to have a good old sort out. Now, if you watch my last seasonal sort out, you will have seen that I did a little bit of a system. The hangers in the clothes, I hang up all the hangers in the wardrobe the right way round, and then as I've been putting them back away after I have worn and washed them, I've been hanging them the wrong way round on the hook, so that when I go to take something out, if it's got that resistance on the hanger like I've worn it before, it's like trying to encourage me to wear a bit more of my wardrobe. So we're going to see how well all of that has gone. So it's just going to be my wardrobe and the girls I'm going to tackle today. I feel like us girlies have a lot more seasonal stuff. Honestly, my husband and Will just wear short sleeve t-shirts pretty much all year round. If it's absolutely snowing, they might stick a long sleeve t-shirt on, and then they have hoodies over those, and then they wear jeans or shorts. They just have a very kind of all year round wardrobe, whereas us girls, we just got more different kind of clothing. So we're going to switch it all around. We're going to pull it all out. There will be a point in this video where I'm regretting my life choices. You just know it's going to happen, don't you? Because it happens every time. But ultimately, it's going to feel great, because we're going to feel like we've got new clothes. Clothes I haven't seen in all these months. It's going to be like, yeah, look at these new clothes. I mean, they're my clothes, but they're going to feel new because I haven't seen them in a while. And hopefully it will all feel lovely and decluttered and organised and great. So, where to begin? A lot of the clothes are under my bed and under Bella's bed, because she's also got an ottoman bed. So maybe pull everything out, because once I've dumped stuff on the bed, I can't get under the bed. Pull all the stuff out from under the bed, shove that in a pile. Empty the wardrobes out. Let's just pull it all out, see what we've got to deal with. And then, yeah, just keep pushing through it, really. I think I sometimes find these things a bit overwhelming, like, where do I start? And the answer is to just start. Make enough of a mess that I have no option other than to finish it, really. Let's go. So let's start by pulling all the stuff out from under the bed. Now, I think it was the last time I did a wardrobe organisation switchover thingy, I switched the bags that I use under the bed. So it used to be just about 11 billion packing cubes. There are still 1 or 2 packing cubes in there and within these bigger bags. But ultimately, I got these 6 very large bags that fit under the bed perfectly, and I have found it much easier for storing things. Let's close the ottoman bed. Easier said than done with one hand, and get on with pulling a little bit more stuff out from under Bella's bed. Now, not all of the stuff under Bella's bed is actually clothing. Some of it's toys, a lot of it's swimwear, some of it's Lego. And this is the second type of bag that I've been using. These are smaller bags and they're really sturdy. They're really, really practical. I bought them in a pink set for Bella's room, and they're ones with black handles I got under my bed because they were cheaper. There you can see it in the top. There we go, I'm throwing one, that black one. But those are fantastic. Now, All of these little bits that I'm talking about, I will link in the blog post to go with this video. So the blog post will be, the link to the blog post will be in the description of the video, and all the things I'm talking about will be in the video, including the packing cubes, the big bags, and my favourite, which are those smaller bags. They're super sturdy. The other thing we're going to talk about, the number of baskets I've got. So I've got 2 of the very large baskets you can see. You can see one on the bed and one on the floor. And then about, I don't know, I need to count how many I've got actually. I might have 20 of those smaller baskets. And they live normally inside my airing cupboard upstairs in a big stack. So if I'm on top of the laundry and I'm not currently doing a project like this, they're just in a big stack. Now, what I used to have in that airing cupboard was a big, tall laundry basket. And then I'd have to empty the laundry basket because it was too sort of long and tall to carry up and down the stairs. I'd have to empty it in order to carry it down the stairs, which seems ridiculous. By the way, I've just sorted things by type into those baskets. Anyway, we're now going to, and I'll get back to my basket story, we're going to empty out the wardrobe, paying attention to, can you see everything I've already worn this season has been flipped round on a hanger, so it's harder to get out. It's not the natural way of getting it out. Those cushions are in the way. I'm going to need to get those out of the way, aren't I? So I'm going to empty out the wardrobe, paying attention. It looks like I've worn most of this stuff, but I'm going to section off the stuff that I haven't worn into a pile for consideration. Anyway, back to the basket story. So I got rid of the laundry basket inside my airing cupboard and just stacked up loads and loads of these baskets. And then all I do is I get my family to add laundry to the top basket, and then I use those baskets to carry the stuff up and down the stairs. But they come in handy ultimately. If you've ever seen my pack with me videos, if you have, shout out down in the comments. Oh, look, I haven't worn that one. Yeah, if you've ever seen my pack with me videos, I use baskets for packing. So I'd have like a different basket for each person, or a different basket for each day of the trip, or whichever way I was organising it. And in this case, I'm using different baskets for, like, I've got one for the girls' stuff, one for my stuff, or one for skirts, or one for dresses, or whatever. So I can just section off what I'm dealing with. So rather than dealing with a big amount of stuff, it can be broken down, and my little brain can cope with seeing where things need to go and how things need to be organised. So my stuff in my wardrobe gets hung up in sections. You can see those little circle things, those dividers, they divide up which section of clothing things are in. So I hang tops together, I hang skirts together, and then within the section I hang things up in rainbow order. Bit extra maybe, but I like it because I can see then if I'm looking for a red top, I would go to the red section of the rainbow in the top section, and there it would be. My husband, bizarrely, says that if I hang things up in rainbow order in his wardrobe, it makes it harder to find things. I don't understand this because his system is just open wardrobe, stuff things in wherever it goes, and I don't understand how rainbow is more confusing than that, but you know, each to their own. Okay, so these are some of the things I have worn. These are some of the things I have not worn. I'm surprised I haven't worn that stripy top. I thought I quite like that. Apparently I've not worn it all winter. Otherwise, why is the hanger that way around? It's gone into the pile if I didn't wear these things. So those things I'm going to need to consider a bit later on, I think. I think some of them I just need to kind of stew on a little bit. These are sweatshirts, Disney sweatshirts and spirit jerseys. I have a lot of those, a lot. And these are more like evening tops / dresses, and the dress underneath is a summer dress. These are vest tops, and they stay out all year round because in the winter I wear vest tops under jumpers, and in the summer hopefully it's warm enough to just wear vest tops. You know, we can but hope. So I'm now going to take everything off the hangers because ultimately there's no good me, I can't physically hang anything up without hangers, and the winter stuff is taking up all the hangers. So I do it this way round because, I first got the stuff out from under the bed because now I'm sitting on the bed and there's loads of stuff on the bed and I can't get under the bed. So that's why I pulled the summer stuff out first. I now need to get the summer stuff into the wardrobe, but in order to do that, I've got to free up the hangers. And then once I have got the hanging stuff, the summer stuff, hung neatly in the wardrobe, and I'm like, yay, new summer wardrobe. And I've got all the winter stuff that I am keeping put back into the bag that the summer stuff was in, because ultimately I need to take the summer stuff out of the storage bags in order to store the winter stuff. Are you following me? So a lot of these long sleeve tops, I was honestly this morning, I got up and I was like, wow, I'm quite cold. And I'm not sure this is the right time to do this summer wardrobe switchover, but today it is May. And I've looked at the weather forecast. The weather forecast says that later this week it's going to reach 21 degrees. 21 degrees, which is really exciting to me because I'm very much a summer kind of girly. I love the sunshine. I'm like, you know, I can't wait to say goodbye wellies, hello flip-flops. Can't wait for any of that. But equally, I live in Wales and I find it hard to trust the weather will be as wonderful as we hope it will be. So I'm totally excited for summer and the girls in summer dresses and just being able to, okay, we've got to do the sun creams shuffle in the mornings. You know, we've got to like wrestle sun cream onto them. But ultimately, summer's easier because it's less carrying around layers and better put wellies on because everything's so muddy and, you know, it's just easier, isn't it? Not having to carry so much bulky stuff around, not having to deal with soggy coats constantly, hopefully. These are hopes. These are high hopes because, let's face it, British weather can be a little bit on the unpredictable side. But my hopes are that in doing this summer switchover, we're going to be able to utilise some of these clothes. Equally, I am not brave enough to put away all of my long sleeve things. I know I have to be realistic and I need to keep some things for less fantastic days. So I'm going through this stuff and deciding what is going into the wardrobe and what's looking a little bit worn, a little bit less than, you know, if I'm not going to wear it, there's not a great deal of point in putting it into my wardrobe. So I'm going to bung these things in the dryer just for the super quickest refresh, just because I cannot be bothered to spend time ironing all this stuff today. If you add a little spritz of crease releaser before shoveling things in the dryer, bear in mind I do not, as a rule, tumble dry many of our nice clothes. I abuse the school uniform in the tumble dryer, but anything, you know, like girls' nice Bowden dresses, my tops, that kind of thing, I avoid the tumble dryer. But when I'm doing these big seasonal switchovers, I just put them in for a quick refresh with a bit of crease releaser. Word of warning, if you are using crease releaser, warning, please be careful. It's so slippery. I get so many people in the comments saying my child slipped and broke their arm because the crease releaser was on the floor and it made it like an ice rink. I can't tell you how many of these stories I've heard. So many. Anyway, we are now hanging up some of the stuff into the wardrobe. Now, some of these things have been in the wardrobe all winter because I tend to keep base layers all year round. So short sleeve tops, because I would wear those under, say, a Spirit jersey. Short sleeve plain tops live in my wardrobe all year round. Long sleeved tops, a bit like the one I'm wearing today. I have got a couple of those on the go that I'm hanging on to. That spotty dress that I got in Bowden recently, I'm hoping it'll be summer enough to wear that. I have worn it once so far out for lunch, but the weather really wasn't great. I was a bit cold. So we need to hang up the rest of these Spirit jerseys. Do I have a bit of a problem with how many Spirit jerseys I have? I mean, it's not a problem for me, but do I have a little bit of an addiction in collecting them? Maybe, but you know, never mind. It makes me happy. So what can we say? Those are 3 Spirit jerseys of the same colour, yes, but one of them is Disney Cruise Line. One of them is Castaway Cay, which is Disney's private island that we went to on the Wish. If, by the way, you have not yet seen my latest Disney series over on my Mummy of Four Does Disney channel, there's an entire Walt Disney World vlog series that let me see, by the time you're watching this, the whole thing should be live. And coming up in June, we've got the Disney Wish Cruise Vlog series. So that will be coming to you very, very soon. And if you cannot wait to see those episodes, then you can check them out on early release in my Patreon. So that's the refresh cycle done. We're just going to pull this stuff out and give it a little shake while it's still kind of gently warmed. And then I can take it all upstairs to hang it all up in my wardrobe on all of those hangers that I have freed up. Now, I'm at the stage where I feel like we've got too many clothes in circulation and I'm running out of hangers constantly, and it drives me insane. And I don't really want to buy new hangers unless a lot of them are broken. And granted, I do manage to break quite a few of them. Wow, feeling quite overwhelmed now. There's still so much to do. Anyway, my goal is if we can end up with some more spare hangers in circulation, if some of these hangers end up without clothes on them and they're ready for laundry that is ready to be dried, I would be really, really happy about that. That little top, by the way, is not mine, that's Zara's, but that was downstairs and I just found it dry and needed to be hung up. So we've got vest tops. See, some of these vest tops did go away. I didn't keep them out space layers. I can't tell you why. That dress my husband calls a deck chair dress, so I don't wear it much. I think I'll give it another go this summer, and then if I don't end up wearing it, using the hanger system, I'm definitely going to use the hanger system again. I'm going to put all the hangers in the right way round and then hook them on the other side of the rail as I put them back in, having worn them. And that's also not my dress, that's one of the girls. That was a Primark bargain dress actually that I picked up for them to wear sunny days in the garden. They did wear last weekend with cardigans, but very, very cute. It was quite nice little find, and managed to find them in both of their sizes, so I was pleased. So yeah, I'm definitely going to put the things that I wear and have been washed and ready to go back in the wardrobe in the wrong way round again. I've liked that system. I've liked that system not just now that I'm doing the organising, although it has been fantastic today because it's really highlighted these things have not been worn for the entire season and made me think, really, why is that? Is it because you don't like it or just because you've not paid attention to it? But it's also impacted my choices when I've been getting dressed. So each day that I'm getting dressed, if I reach for something and the hanger is getting stuck because the hanger has been put back the other way and it's having some resistance on the clothes rail pole thing, then it makes me think, oh, maybe you should choose something you haven't worn recently, because ultimately, think of the 80-20 rule, we end up wearing 20% of our clothes 80% of the time. And I'm kind of guilty of this. I mean, I have a couple of the same pairs of leggings in different colours that I kind of rotate, a few of the same tops in different colours they kind of rotate, but at least they're different colours, I suppose. These are skirts, by the way, that I'm hanging up on these little skirt hangers. Skirt hangers are a bit more of a pain, aren't they, than normal hangers? I find they get tangled with each other, but ultimately they keep my skirts in place. That white skirt with flowers on it, I'm going to look at that. Am I actually going to wear that this summer, or does it need to go? Because I don't think I wore it at all last summer. But oh, by the way, that's a little divider thing. Those are little dividers that I bought and I labelled up with my label making machine thingy, all of which I will link down below. I do find that dividing up my wardrobe this way helps me to kind of keep it neat and organised. It makes me think a little bit more about my clothes and take better care of them as I'm going. And it helps me when I'm trying to choose something to wear to do that quickly and easily, because I think, right, I need a dress, I'll just go to this section. I am historically terrible at making decisions. I'm so indecisive. If you're into horoscopes, you could put it down to me being a Libra and being like, let's weigh everything up. I'm just really bad at making decisions. So having things in my wardrobe in this way, knowing exactly where things are, makes it so much easier. Ultimately, my wardrobe is less stuffed and it's just going to be easier to get things in and out and to put things away. Okay, I said I'd get here, didn't I? I always get here. I'm overwhelmed. I've had enough. I don't want to carry on anymore. I mean, I've done really well. My clothes are pretty much sorted. I have got one basket of things I need to think that I probably should recycle, donate, whatever, this basket. So I do have to go back to that. But now realistically we're on to the girls stuff, which I've got to say feels a lot more overwhelming than mine. There's a lot more to go through, largely because I've got some stuff that I'm like, will it fit them? Don't know. Need to put that aside in one place. I've got to pull all of the winter stuff out. I keep all the stuff that's matching 2x2 like Noah's Ark in Bella's room, and then the top rail in Zara's room. It's more like the Disney dresses and stuff that they don't wear so much more on trips. So I just need to pull it all out. But equally they have got clothes now that kind of coordinate. Like I buy them like big packs of t-shirts and leggings and stuff, and they don't necessarily wear on like matchy days. So perhaps if we're going somewhere, like up for lunch or something, they'd be in like cute like boat and matching dresses, but perhaps more like playing in the garden over the summer, wear whatever. So perhaps some of the stuff needs to go in their own rooms, some of the stuff needs to go higher up in like the matchies. Either way, I am just rambling now because I'm overwhelmed and I don't want to carry on. But I'm gonna, because it's gonna feel so good when it's done. I need to give myself a good pat on the back for what I've done so far and keep at it. Voiceover Re is back. So we're gonna put the stuff that we have achieved, we have completed, the level we have done, we're gonna zip it up and stick it under the bed out the way because it's less for me to look at and deal with and be overwhelmed by. So now we've got this, which is one of the 6 big bags, which has got quite a lot of what they're called packing cubes subdividing in it, and then the other one which is largely just summer stuff. So one of them is mostly stuff to come out to have a quick refresh in the tumble dryer, because all this stuff went away clean and dry and tidily. It's just I kind of feel that giving it a bit of a refresh in the dryer takes out the creases, and just I also put dryer sheets in if I'm not using crease releaser, or I'm using a bit of crease releaser. It gives it a bit of a nice umphy smell and makes it smell nice and fresh. I mean, it's probably not as bad as if it was being stored up the attic, because ultimately it's being stored in a warm bedroom. But is this step necessary? Maybe, maybe not. But I just feel that doing this quick dryer refresh helps. And like I said, it's the only time most of these clothes go in the dryer. So sticking them in, I guess, once a year really for this. So the summer stuff will go in the dryer once at the beginning of the summer, and the winter stuff will go in the dryer once at the beginning of the winter. And if it's not tumble dryable stuff, then personally, I mean, it's up to you if you want to take this risk, but personally, just between you and me, I do just stick it all in the dryer on a refresh cycle, especially since we switched to this kind of dryer, which I believe is called a heat pump dryer. I feel like it takes longer to do stuff, but it's much quieter, and apparently it costs a lot less to dry, even though it takes longer. So it still ultimately takes up a lot less electricity, apparently. Those are school summer dresses. I believe Zara's school summer dress is already in her room. Those are Bella sized ones. So we're not going to kind of tackle those now. I need to just run those by Bella and check that they're the right size for her. I've got some cardigans and things that need to go in as well. Some of them Zara size, some of them Bella size, but that's something I need to tackle with the girls when they get home from school. So I'm keeping uniform kind of separate from all of this, and we're just going to be quite pleased. Oh, I lost that. Oh, annoying. That dress I was looking for at Christmas time, it was in with the girls' summer stuff. That's why I couldn't find it. Right, let's shove that over there, and that can actually go with my winter stuff. And then maybe when I wish to find it to wear in the winter, I'll know where it is, because I didn't look with the girls' summer stuff. I turned the house upside down looking for that thing. Honestly, like, where had I put it? There I'd put it. Okay, let's take the girls' clothes downstairs, give them a little refresh in the dryer. Yeah, just chuck them in. A little bit, what I tend to do is I don't necessarily spray the crease releaser on everything. I just do a couple of spritz on top of the load, and I feel like it kind of works its way around. Don't know if it does or not, but in my head it does. So now we're going to take all the 2x2 stuff out. So the top rail is kind of the 2x2 matchy clothes. A lot of these are very wintry, like sweatshirty dresses and things. 1 or 2 items like that, or those rather, they were dresses that will go back in. They're summery. Those are wintry. That's a t-shirt. That could stay. That's Christmassy, for goodness sake. All this has got to be gone through. And then down the bottom, I've got some stuff that is just Bella's, just as in Zara's room. There's 1 or 2 things that are just Zara's. And then the bottom rail is for dressing up, and then for just Bella stuff. And then same in Zara's room. And then the top rail is the 2x2 matchy matchy. So anything summery, like the t-shirts I just hung up, okay, can stay. But then I'm reaching up to fetch a divider now. There you go, divider in place. But then, so that's a little new summer dress I bought. That can go back in. Sweatshirts, they're like pineapple sweatshirts that she wears for PE. The schools, the children's school, as in the girls' school and primary school, are really chill about uniform. And on PE days, they just have to wear kind of sports kit, and the girls are really into dancing. And they love all the pineapple dance stuff, which in fact I used to wear. And I used to love too. And in fact, I did take them to Pineapple Dance Studios for a little look around, and they loved it. Last October when we were in London for my birthday, and I have promised them that I'll take them up there to do the Pineapple Dance Studios in Covent Garden, do kind of dance workshop days for children, which looks so much fun. So I have promised them they'll have to do one of those soon, so watch this space. If we do a little London trip, then I'll definitely vlog that, because the girls are very excited to go and do that. So back to what I'm supposed to be talking about, which is what we're looking at on screen. I'm hanging up anything with short sleeves basically, and anything with long sleeves is being slung in the basket so I can take it into the other room and fold it into the bags to go under my bed and go out of the way. I am really bored of this now, by the way. I am aware that this needs to be done. The sun is shining, for which I'm glad, and I am looking forward to seeing the girls in pretty summer dresses. I'm looking forward to wearing lovely summer clothes. I have, however, had enough of sorting and organising, and I'm thinking, why did I start this? Why? Just take someone, make it finished, because I've had enough. Please let me know that I'm not the only one that gets to that stage in organisation projects. And one of the reasons I do this kind of very destructive make a mess system is because I know myself, and I know that I am of the disposition where I'm going to get bored of things. And unless I've got big piles of mess like this in my house, which will really irritate me, I'm just going to want to stop. So if I just very neatly take out one or two things, I'll be like, ugh, bored now, close the wardrobe, let's go. If I've made a big mess, I've got to keep going. So it's a way of kind of gamifying myself into doing something, or perhaps bullying myself into doing something, parenting myself into doing something. I don't know. I mean, you'll probably know by now, if you are a regular viewer of the channel, that I was diagnosed with ADHD recently, like within the last few months. And it does explain so much. It honestly explains so much about my personality. So people say to me, oh, you're so organised, Ree. And honestly, I am reasonably organised, but I have to be, because it does not come naturally to me, and it never has done. And I started putting things in place probably when I was pregnant with my second child. I was so fed up of just feeling disorganised. I felt like I could wing it with one, and I thought if I throw another child into the mix and I don't really sort my act out, I'm really going to end up in a mess. So when I eventually started this channel, just after I had my fourth child, I aimed to share all of the things that I do in order to juggle mum life, because everyone would say to me, how do you manage with 4 children? And my channel was supposed to just be the answer to that, my answer to how I manage with 4 children, how I manage to stay on top of things. And I wonder now, I've done a lot of kind of thinking over this time since I had my diagnosis, how much was I trying to hack mum life, because mum life is crazy busy, and I think most of us will agree with that. I don't think that's specifically an ADHD thing. I think a lot is expected of us mums, you know, like we're supposed to work like we don't have kids, and have kids and parent like we don't have a job, and all that stuff. So it is a lot. But I wonder how much of it was I trying to hack my own ADHD in order to stay organised, and how many of these systems are life hacks, how many are ADHD hacks, and how many are just hacks for parents that have more than the average family may have on their plate. So for example, if you've got neurodiverse children, like my best friend would say, if her children, if she'd run out of a certain thing for breakfast, they'd just eat something else. That wouldn't happen in our house. I'm sorry, I'm going way off topic. We're supposed to be talking about organising, but I will get back to on topic, honest. Anyway, all this stuff's ready to hang up. Let's hang it up. My best friend claims that apparently if
Her children haven't got the thing they're expecting for breakfast. They will just eat something else and there wouldn't be any meltdowns or anything. And that blew my mind a little bit. I almost didn't realise that could happen. It's like in Hamilton. I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. But perhaps a lot of my hacks are aimed at mums who have to be more organised because they have things like that on their plate. If you're dealing with neurodiversity, there is a lot more to organise, really. Speaking of things to organise, let's get back on topic. Look at the mess. I've got the stuff in the wardrobe now. I'm really chuffed I've got the stuff in the wardrobe, but there's still a lot of stuff that needs organising and putting away. I'm going to get some of this stuff put under the bed. Ultimately, actually, this is going to clear up quite quickly. So it's looking quite messy now. It's looking quite awful, actually. But I think we're going to be able to get it back to looking clean and tidy quite quickly, thanks to this bag method, which is great, really, because you just pull it out, sort what you need, chuck it back in. Whereas if this was just a whole bed of stuff, imagine I just threw all the clothes in loose, this would be so much harder work. These birthday t-shirts, by the way, they don't have the girls' specific names on them, but I do just keep them with the various ages, specifically if Bella's had them and then Zara can wear them. I think I might just keep them as little mementos because they're quite sweet. So they've just had the numbers, and they wear their birthday t-shirts on each other's birthdays as well. So they wear them at least 3 times a year. Not necessarily on my eldest's birthday because, well, our eldest isn't even necessarily home. And he, for some reason, doesn't want birthday t-shirts. In his late teens, now he's in university. I can't imagine why. Anyway, let's tidy up the bed by getting the cushions back on the bed. Let's tidy that place up, dress the cushions. I always feel like if the bed's made, then the room looks quite finished. I need to put these shorts away. Let's put those in with my jeans, which are just in these Drona boxes, which go inside the Calyx units, and the Calyx units form the inside of my wardrobe. They were recycled from the old house. It's Calyx units with kind of hanging rails between them to form the wardrobes. Let's get those baskets back away, and I think we're done.
Woo! I think I'm done. Shall we take a look at what I've done? So, starting in my wardrobe, we've got leggings, which I haven't touched because, quite frankly, it might still be cool enough to need leggings. The vest tops, the plain vest tops stayed out all year round because I wear them under things, and just the more like patterned vest tops have come out of summer storage. Hopefully it'll be vest top weather very soon. A lot of these tops, like the plain, like my kind of basic tops that I've been wearing under things through the winter, have stayed out. I've kept a few long sleeve ones, but not any thermal ones. The thermal ones have gone away, but for warmer and cooler days, I've got tops. All these skirts have come out of hiding. I've left my dressing gowns out. This dressing gown is from Disney Cruise Line. It's so gorgeous. And this is my Bridgerton one that I bought in Primark last year. At the time of filming, Bridgerton is coming back soon. You may already have seen it. Are you kind of obsessed? I can't wait for season 3 of Bridgerton, but like I said, by the time you see this video, it might even be on our screens. Exciting. Okay, then I've got dresses, most of which are very summery. I have got a basket over there of stuff I need to go through. I'll show you that in a second. But I've slimmed these down a lot. And then I have kept a handful of these jumpers for cooler days. And then I've got a bit of a problem, haven't I? A bit of a spirit jersey addiction problem. Not all of these are spirit jerseys. These ones with hoods aren't spirit jerseys. But 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's not a spirit jersey. 11. That's not a spirit jersey. 12, 13, 14, 16 spirit jerseys. Oh dear, I do have a problem. Anyway, I love them and I wear them all year round, so they're my like slouchy working from home gear. That's fine. Anyway, the things are in categories. We've got these little dividers so I can separate out the sections. Things are in rainbow order. It makes me happy. I just feel like I can quite quickly now go to my wardrobe, choose what I want to wear. Everything is where I need it. I've got the box of jeans just in here that we put away, and jean shorts and stuff. And then bras and socks and things are in my kind of makeshift drawers that we made out of Calyx. But all in all, I now feel like I have new things, and it's not too stuffed. I've got a lot of spare hangers. These hangers were taken up in either my wardrobe or the girls' wardrobes, and now they are free, meaning that many things have been taken out of circulation. And then here I've got things that I need to go over or donate, like that. Doesn't look too bad on camera. In real life, it's just looking a bit washed out. Am I realistically going to wear that? I don't know. I'm going to put them here and decide in the next day or so. This is the same. Is that, or maybe that looks okay actually. Maybe that can go back in. These are my, I need to decide, and I'm going to need to decide within the next 24 hours. Do they go back on hangers or into storage? And a lot of these things are the things that were not turned around on hangers. Like, I like that. Why didn't I wear that? But I didn't wear that the whole winter, according to my hanger storage system of turning around. This one, see, I didn't wear that because I don't like the way it sits on me. So that's what I need to now go through and decide, actually. Did I not wear it, as in it was not turned around in my hanger system because I don't like it, like that, I don't like the way it sits on me? Or did I just randomly not get around to wearing it like that? So that's thin enough. I could wear that now. Maybe that should just go back in my wardrobe. But ultimately, I'm going to give myself 24 hours. I can't just have this sitting in my bedroom for the rest of the week. It'll drive me nuts. But I'm going to give myself 24 hours to decide on these things, whether I'm going to be ruthless and donate them because I have not worn them, or whether they're going back into circulation. But I'm going to give myself 24 hours grace to think about that because I'm hideously indecisive. These things are uniform bits I need to try on the girls to check that they fit for their summer uniform. Equally, summer uniform socks, so they need to go to check with the girls as well. A trillion hangers, which is helpful because I can never find enough hangers to hang things up. And then these are cardigans, which I don't think I wore them all of last summer, but they seem like a sensible thing to throw over your shoulders, and yet I did not wear them. So maybe I do the hanger system this time as well. So all the hangers are hung like that way at the moment, and I'll do the same system. I'll hang things back the other way when I've worn them, and look at being ruthless with anything that has not been worn by the end of the summer. So maybe these cardigans are going to be given grace until the end of the summer, and then I got to decide. Then in Bella's room up the top, we've got all their 2x2 stuff, including some things I bought recently. So this is bought this year. A few things that stay, like the spirit jerseys year round, or these cardigans year round. So the girls do wear cardigans. I don't really. And then a few of these lovely dresses that have come out of storage. Really cute. These I picked up in Primark. These were either $3 or $3.50. Very, very sweet. But anyway, that's the 2x2 stuff. And then down the bottom, there's the same in Zara's room. So we've got a section of dressing up, as well as a load of dressing up stuff down the bottom. In here is her school stuff, by the way, but this is dressing up. And these are just t-shirts that she can just grab and chuck on when they're not matching. So what was the purpose of all this, and was it productive? I'm now pleased to say I do feel like I've got a lovely fresh wardrobe for spring, summer. I'm hoping the weather sticks around so we can wear some of it. I'm really pleased I found some really lovely things for the girls to wear. I now know where the gaps in their wardrobe are, so that as I'm looking to make purchases, I'm not doubling up, because ultimately, if I don't assess their wardrobes before I shop, I end up wasting money because I'm like, oh, actually they had enough of this size, or oh, maybe I should have bought more because Bella, for example, has grown quite a lot. She's gone really tall, her legs have gone really long, so certain things wouldn't fit. So at least I now know where the gaps in their wardrobe are because I've been able to assess it. I've got a lot of stuff that I've freed up and taken out of circulation. Well, at least the basket to be assessed. I'm going to decide that within the next 24 hours, but I'm going to be quite ruthless. And within 24 hours, it's either going the winter stuff into storage, the summer stuff into my wardrobe, or to be recycled or donated. I'm going to give myself that 24 hours because sometimes it's like, ooh, do I not? 24 hours, that's what I'm giving myself. But yeah, really, twice a year, I kind of dread doing this, but by the time it gets round to doing this, my wardrobe feels overstuffed. I'm out of hangers. Nothing kind of fits into the wardrobe properly. And now everything's been taken out. Everything's been put back in a decent order. And yeah, I just feel like I'm going to get to wear more of my wardrobe and get excited about my own clothes and feel like I've got new clothes just because I haven't seen them in a bit. So do you do a seasonal wardrobe organisation and switch? When do you do yours? May's quite late in the year, isn't it? But the sun, you know, in the UK doesn't always play ball, does it? Anyway, if you would like to see some more organisational inspiration, there's a playlist on screen as well as my latest video. Check out my Patreon for some early release content. Check out my planner store. You can check that out, link down in the description, and I shall see you guys soon. Bye.